We'll be discussing about the Linux commands, and we'll be showing a few of the major Linux commands that are being used right now. So we'll be learning about like 20 commands or more than that, I don't know. So we'll just continue about that. So what we have right here is all the commands. I will be giving you this file in the description below so that you can download it and refer it whenever you want. So what I will do right now is that I will be opening my terminal right here. So this is the default terminal of the Parrot OS that I'm using. So terminal is same for like all the Linux distros, but the commands may vary in some cases, like the package manager. So just don't dive deep into that. I'll recommend using Debian because that's where the most of user lies. So yes, it's not like that Fedora and Red Hat don't have their users. They do have them, but usually I see Debian users more. So I'll recommend you to go to Debian first, then Arc, and then Red Hat and Fedora, all that. So first what we'll be doing is the command is that ls. So before I go into all these commands, I want to understand and make you understand that directory in Linux is just a folder. Okay, so you will hear all these people telling that I'll change my directory, I'll go back to another directory. It's not nothing like complicated thing, it's just a folder. Okay, so I've just written it right here. So the first command that we will be going to use is the ls command. So I'll just close this terminal and I'll open my favorite one, which is Terminator. So Terminator, the advantage of using Terminator is that you can actually split your terminal. So let me just show that. You can see like you can do all that. So inside here, if I type something like this, just give it this not command. Okay, let me make sure of that. And instead of having so many terminals, I can use that all in one window, and I can even resize them, which is pretty good, right? So I'll just close this up. Yes, and then I'll open up a new fresh Terminator window, and then I'll start with the first command. Okay, so if you want to use a Terminator or you want to download it and you are in like in Debian based distros, so just type sudo apt get install terminator. So this command will give you like install Terminator. Just make sure that you're in sudo, it really helps. Okay, so we are going to deal with first the ls command. Okay, so Terminator is optional. These commands are like a normal for all terminals. So first let's start. So first one is ls. So what did it do? So what it did is that it will list me all the files that are presently in this directory, or as I said, directory is a folder. So I'm inside this folder right now, which is Parrot. So that's the user folder. Okay, this is the name of the user, and here is also the name of the user. So I'm inside this, and I have these number of files here. So this does not only list out all the files and directories, it lists out like .txt, .py, anything like any file that's there right now. So what we'll be doing right now is then going to the next command. So I just written it out right here so that you can refer it, so you don't forget it too, right? So the next one is the cd command. So the cd command is actually does like it's abbreviated form of change directory. So what change directory means? It means that change my folder. So I've typed a cd. Now the computer is actually asking me what directory should I change to. So if I press enter, it won't go anywhere because I have not specified anything, right? So let me just list out right here, and what are the folders right here. So in Parrot OS, this is like the folder names are usually in blue. Okay, so I want to go to the desktop. How should I go? So type cd, change my directory to desktop. So you have told your computer to change your directory from Parrot to desktop. Okay, press enter. You can see that we this thing has changed to desktop right here. So if I list the files again, it is different, right? So that's it, guys. That is it to changing the directory. So another simple command that is there, like if you have all this stuff and you want to get a clean fresh terminal, you need not close this and open up another one. There is another command called clear, right? So it just clears the screen, does nothing much. So I'll type clear and then I'll press enter. so all that like stuff is gone right now. So that's it for the clear command, and next we'll be going to the cd dot command. So I'll open my terminal. So you can see presently I'm in the desktop. I'll type cd press enter. So what did it happen? It came back to the parent directory. Okay, so it cd means it goes one folder back, it goes back to where it was, right? So if I go back to desktop right now, sorry for that, desktop, and yes, list it out, and let me just cd into ctf though, and I'm inside the ctf directory. Okay, so let me just clear that. Right now I'm inside the ctf directory inside the desktop. So if I press cd dot, I'll come back to the desktop, right? So that's pretty simple, right? So next command we are going to use is the sudo su. The sudo command, which is like this, just the first part, can be used like for the administrative privileges. Like if you're installing any software in Windows, you know that it requires a like these administrative privileges. In Linux, the sudo command means you are the super user. So this su command right here, so this can be used in like individually too. Both are different commands, but I want to switch to the root account. Okay, so if you type su and another username, and there's another syntax like that, so you can actually change users. Okay, so that's it. So if I type this in my terminal, like sudo and su, so I'm changing to the administrator account, which means it requires a password. So it will ask for a password, and type my password. So you won't be able to see actually the password, don't worry about that. Okay, press enter. If it's incorrect, it will show an error just like that, right? So this usually people make a mistake. I did that intentionally to show you what is actually happening. I'll type it again, and I'm inside the root. You can see that from parent it became to root. Root is now the administrator, so you are the administrator of the system right now. You have changed from user to administrator, right? So I'll exit out of the administrator. It's dangerous to be in administrator mode because it has its own risk, and as well as like its own advantages. Unless you know what you're doing, you should not be in sudo. Okay, so the next command we are going to use is the htop command. So I have written all these like what they do. So let me just use the htop command right now, and I'll show you what it happens. So here it is. The htop command actually shows you what is happening, right? So here I have this Oku screen ng, which is my screen recorder that I am presently using, and like the terminator you can see right here. So that's it, guys. It shows you the real-time statistics of what CPU, memory, time, and all that, right? So what I will do right now is that I will quit out of it. So for that you can have the help right here. So F1, F7, all that. So I'll press F10 to exit, and I am out of it. Okay, so htop command is that's all. It just shows you what are the system processes that are running. So you can actually kill that, but I wouldn't recommend you for a beginner, because you can seriously cause some damage if you're like stopping any really system process. Okay, so the next command we're going to use is the move command. So for that I will just make a file. So I'll be teaching all these commands, don't worry. Okay, that's one thing that people usually do, they don't wait and they usually worry. Okay, so I have made two files right here. One is the 1.txt, another one is the one file, which is a directory. So I have here both right here. So I want to move this 1.txt inside this one folder. For that, what I will do is that I'll type mv, and then I'll type 1.txt, then I'll type the folder name, press enter. Then I'll see if it's still there. No, yes, you can see it's not there right now. So what I will do again is that I'll go back to that to the one folder, and here inside we have one, and you can see right now I have 1.txt right here. Okay, so that's just simple, it doesn't do much more. Okay, so we have the move files command, so it just moves. So the next command which I used just now, which is I'm teaching, is that it makes a file. Okay, so in file usually in Linux means like it don't .txt, .pl, like all those stuff. Okay, so it's touch command that I'm going to be showing to you right now. So I'll just come back. Yes, so what I'll be doing right now is I'll be using the touch command, and then you can put any name and so type name here and .txt, press enter and list it again, and you have the name here .txt. And if you want to create like anything else, like let me just make a Python file, your favorite programming language, right? So I will type name here .py, that's it. ls it again, and here you have the name here .py. Just clear all in the terminal, and I'll come back here, and the next command that we are going to use is the cat command. Okay, so it's not like it will show you all the cat pictures, so it will just show the contents of, so sorry for that. Yes, so come back to this terminal, then I'll let me just, so I have made the one name here .txt, right? So I'll type cat name here .txt. So nothing is there, right? Why is that? Because it's blank, nothing is there in name here .txt. Let me just show you. So here is the name here .txt. When I open it, it's nothing right here. So I'll type welcome, I am using Linux and I love it. So I will type here, and then I'll save it, and I'll just close this up. So I'll just open it up again and show you this thing is right here. I'll open up my terminal again, and I'll type cat name here .txt, and you can see that these things are the same, right? It just shows you what is there from here, and then it will just display it right there. So that's it. So the next command I'm going to use is the Pluma command. So assuming that you're having the Pluma text editor installed in your system, I'm doing this, else you can ignore this command, okay, and you can skip to the next command. So if you're having Pluma in your system, you can always do that. To check that, you can come back here and type Pluma, and it will open up, else you can search that manually too, right? So I'll just come right here and tell opens a file in Pluma. So that's it, guys. That's what the Pluma command does. So let me just show it to you. Clear the screen, and then I'll type Pluma, then this name here .txt, and here it is. It just shows up what are the contents right there. So that's what the Pluma command does. So the next command is the Nano command. Nano is also a text editor which comes pre-installed in every OS that I have used. So I'll type opens a file in Nano editor. So I'll type here Nano, then name here .txt. So this is what a Nano looks like. It's not a fancy, it's a really lightweight. I'll bring a different video on how to use Nano for advanced users as well as for beginners. To exit out of this, just type Ctrl and X, and it will come out of it right there. Okay, so that's it for the Nano command. The next one is the code command. Okay, so this is also on the code editor. So this presently what I'm using right here, it's the Visual Studio Code. So that opens a file in VS Code. So I'll come back here and I'll type code name here .txt. So as you can see, this opens the name here .txt in my Visual Studio Code. So that's it for the code command. And then next one command is called the mkdir. So what it makes is that makes a directory. So let me just show it to you in action. So I'm inside the desktop right now. So I'll type here mkdir, sorry for that, mkdir, I'll type name here. Okay, so I'm press enter, type ls, and you can see here, where is it? Yes, right here. So this is the command. So sorry for that, that interruption, because I was having currently an error. So just to solve that, so as you can see, I just made a directory here called name here. Okay, so you can make any directory. Let me just do that again so that it become clear. So I'll type anything. So I'll type linux, press enter, ls it again, and here you have the linux directory which you just created. Okay, so that's it for the mkdir command. Next is rmdir command. Okay, so let me just type here removes a directory. So let me just show it to you. I'll just ls it again, and we have this linux directory right here. So I want to remove it, delete it. Okay, so what I'll type is rmdir linux. So in some cases what happens is that if it's like having any file inside it, it will show an error that directory not empty. In that case you have to delete it individually too, right? So the next command is the git clone command. So this I feel is really advanced, so I'll just cancel it out. The next command here is the python command. So this gives you a CLI mode of the python. So python interpreter. So let me just type it python. Sorry for that. Yes. So as you can see, this opens up this python like interpreter. So I'll type python. So let me just print it out. I have print, then I'll press 1, enter. So as you can see, this just like it goes step by step. Okay, so I'll type import, take enter. So sorry for that, this might be a spelling error or something like that, so we just exit out of it. So for exiting out of this thing, you have to type exit, then the brackets. So inside that, so I just showed you for that. Sorry for that if like those things that's happen is that errors usually happen. So I'll type opens python interpreter. The next command is the java. So java, I don't think I have to show you because it does the same thing. Okay, but you have to give the name to it. Okay, so that's one thing that you have to do, so I'm not going to show you that. Opens a java, like, so instead of opening up a java thing, it like shows you like what you can do. So it like executing a class or something like that. Let me just show you. Okay, so I'll type java, wait, let me just clear the screen. Yes, and then type java tag version. Sorry guys, really sorry about that. So it just shows up the version. Okay, so that's it for the java command. You can like execute any if you're having a class or something like that. So I'm having a java course coming up too. It's planned in my mind. If you want it, you can surely like type it in the comments. Okay, so I'll type here executes java file. So the next command that we're going to learn today is the apt get install command. So I promise you that I will be teaching you that before. So here it is. So I'll type here installs a package. So I'll open up it right here and I'll type sudo. Okay, so it's always good to be in like for doing installing and all. It's good to be in the like a root user. So I'll type here, let me just type apt So get install terminator. So you see I'm actually having terminator right here, so it tells that it's already installed, right? So if you're having any like another package, you can like replace this. Okay, so let me just exit out of this too. It's dangerous to be there. So next I'm going to use the command is the rm command. So let's just type the use of it, what it actually removes a file. That's it. So I'm in desktop, let me just ls, sorry for that. So I'm having here this name here .py file. So I'll just remove that right here. So how to remove it? So type here rm control shift v. So I just copied it right here. So for copying you have to type control shift and c together. And for pasting control shift v. You can actually configure that to be like control v and control c, but like I just kept it right there. So I removed it. I'll type ls and you can see that anemia.py is not there. Okay, so that's it guys for the rm command. Next is the Firefox command. So this opens up Firefox. That's it. It does not do anything much than that. So let me just show it to you. Firefox, it takes a bit time to open up, and here I have it. So let me just open new tab. So that's it. Okay, so control C that. Yes, we are out of that. So for stopping anything, like if you're having like let me just show you, if you're having processor running and it's taking a time, you can actually control C to exit from it. Okay, so yes, so that's it. The next is the control C, which I just taught you, and exits a process. So that's it. The next command which I'm going to teach you, sorry for that, I'm having a bit problems right here. Exit command. Okay, so what we are going to do is that we'll exit from this terminal. So I'll just create another terminal right here and I'll type here exit. It will just like vanish up. Okay, so let me just show it to you again in new window. Exit, and it goes. So that's it. So if you are actually in like root user, you can actually exit from that too. Like if I type exit, I'll come out of the root user and to the normal user. So that's it for the command, exit command. That's all exits from terminal. The next command I'm going to teach you is the gzip command. So what is this? It just makes up a zip file and compresses all the files that you have selected. Okay, so just type ls, and here I have this name here.txt which I want to compress. So I'll just copy the name and type here gzip, and if you just press enter, like it will give you these things. So if you want the help, you can use that too. Gzip tag h, and it will show you all these things. So we want to just compress one file. You can use that normally, like if you're having pzip or something like that, you can install that to right here. And I would usually recommend that, because CLI mode for beginners is usually difficult, especially like zipping and all that, which you normally do. I do that normally very much. Okay, so let me just type here gzip, then name of the file that I want to do that, then I'll press enter. So let me just show you that here I have this name here .txt.gz. Okay, so I had this like name here.txt which changed to name here.txt.gz. Let's just open up that, and here it is. Okay, so it just compresses it, right? So just delete that and come back. Okay, so let's move to the next command. So I type zips file. So next bonus lectures that I'm going to give you is this Nmap and Msf Console. Okay, So these are hacker commands basically. So these do require sudo privileges, sometimes not. Like I would usually recommend like being super user, that really helps. So for nmap, I'm just type nmap, and this right here. So that's it. This gives you a whole lot of options. Nmap is a really good network scanner. Okay, so the next command is the Msf Console. So this takes some time. You can have a cup of tea before this starts. So let me just before the starting, I'll show you this nmap command and how to use it to start scan an IP address. Okay, so this nmap, I'm making a video on that like completely, but let's just do that. Right, this one video, it's like bonus lecture for you too. So you can usually visit that. So like so you can use all that metaparator and all that. So the exploits, you can do that. Like if you're exploiting a machine, I would usually do this using the Msf Console. This really helps. Like you can cut off some time by removing this banner too, right? So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. It's not over yet, but if you want to exit from this video, you're surely welcome, because I'm going to teach now how to scan an IP address using the Nmap. Okay, so if you want to exit, please do that. Else, thank you for continuing. So thank you for continuing to watch, and I am inside this metasploitable Linux machine. Okay, so I'll just type ifconfig. Okay, so this another command. It shows you what is your IP address. Let me just show it to you again in my normal thing. So I'll just exit out of this. So let me just clear the screen too. I'll type ifconfig, press enter, and let me just show it to you. This is my present IP address. Okay, so we'll just use this one right here. I'll type ifconfig, press enter, and here is the IP address. Okay, so it's 192.168.2.134. so I'll type here ping 192.168.2.134. Let's just check it out again. So it's correct, and I'll press enter. So it's actually pinging. I'll control C it. Okay, so I'll just zoomed it so that you can see it clearly well. So I'll type nmap. So you can a whole lot of options, but let me just do that right here. So just nmap it for just to show you 192.2. Sorry guys, I just forgot it. 192.168.2.134. press enter. So you can see that this thing, it's all open. Okay, so if you want to actually access using the FTP, this one, so since I know the password, it will take me less time. You can use the Hydra and all that, but I'll just show you that FTP 192.168.2.134. so that msf admin, password is msf admin. So this is it. So I'll type ls, and here I have it. So if I control C it, nothing happens because I'm in no process. So I'll type exit, and I'm out of the FTP. Okay, so that's it for today's video. So if you like this video, please like this, bang that like button right there. And if you like my content, you can always subscribe to my channel. If you don't like it, you can dislike it, and tell me in the comments what should I improve and what the next video should be. If you really want a next video on a particular topic, then always inform me that in the comments below. Thank you for watching.